Another one that I've seen is just general misalignment. Like the team isn't on the same page from the executives down to mid-level management, like you're saying, Scott. That when they're not on the same page, the project team's not going to be on the same page, and the project's going to struggle with conflicts and lack of clarity, and that just slows things down. If you Google, it's Hinsmuller, I believe it is. But he's at the University of Antwerp, and he did this study of, I want to say it was like over 100,000 different ERP implementations over the last 30 years. And he did some sort of quantitative study that said that 92% of the cause of failure, I think it's 92%, but it was definitely the number one cause in his research, was due to decision latency, is what he calls it. So it's the inability to make decisions quickly. So it was just like death by 1,000 paper cuts, to where you can't decide on things. So it keeps pushing stuff out, and then eventually you end up rushing the decisions, or the vendor makes the decisions for you because you're not making them. And it gets back to what I would say is the real root cause of that, though, is what have you mentioned? It is not doing the phase zero, the planning up front. Because if you do the planning up front and you make some of those decisions before the meter starts running and you're officially on the clock to start implementing technology, you don't eliminate all those problems. But a lot of times you're making these decisions like, why didn't we make that decision at the very beginning? Why are we deciding now, big core strategic decisions around how we want to run our business? I mean, it has nothing to do with the technology, but they need to know the answer to that to be able to build the technology the way you need it to. And you need to be able to train your people accordingly and all that stuff.